Shaquille O'Neal is NBA 2K18's Legend Edition cover athlete. Shaq is back on the cover, and you can pre-order now to get early tip-off access on September 15th, 4 days early. With the pre-order, you can also pick up extra VC, MyTEAM packs, Shaq gear, and more. Get ready for the big Aristotle's return. And the official NBA 2K MyTEAM Twitter has a free agent Shaq for you. Check out their Twitter right now for the locker code, but be quick. This code expires on Monday, May 15th. In NBA 2K17, MyTEAM has released the High Scorers pack, including Diamond Dwayne Wade, Pete Maravich, and Allen Iverson, with Team USA Karl Malone as the collection reward. And in My Park, Saturday, May 13th, is the next Do NBA 3X tournament. Get out there and win for a shot at permanent attribute boosts. Hey guys, I'm Rachel and welcome to this week's episode of 2K TV Postseason. We're back with more from the professor, champion tips for shooting guards, and it's week 1 of the 2K TV Top Play of the Year playoffs.
How's Pro-Am?
We ain't gonna talk about that yet.
We like to check in with the community every once in a while here at 2K TV, and recently we invited a couple of MyTEAM community members to the studio.
Thank you, Rachel. You know, a lot of fans are very vocal in the NBA 2K community, especially fans of MyTEAM. Today we're joined by Two Bros Gaming, aka Robbie. You've probably seen him on 2K TV before. And we're also joined by Bud, who has an awesome YouTube channel and actually does a lot of diverse lineups and has a lot of different challenges that he does for his fans. So gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Today we're gonna talk about your feedback for MyTEAM. So I'm gonna start with you, Bud. What are your thoughts on this year's MyTEAM?
I like the improvements of the game. It actually shows you have guys at different tiers. We're just now getting to the diamond level players, and it's the end of the year. Last year we had a mixture where we had some of the better players right away, then we go down and go back up. But this year it's all going up, and I really enjoyed that.
I could earn my way through the mode very easily, and I enjoyed that. If I put the time in and I grinded and I, completed domination even. If you complete domination, you get a free amethyst player. If you complete historic domination, you get a diamond player. And so I was able to compete with those guys that maybe might have spent a little bit more money on the game than me. The playing field was level based on the fact that I just grinded, I played. If you play the mode, then you can get a 99 overall team. It's that simple. So
and pink diamonds too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Challenges, right? Like you had 5 challenges per week. If you got all those tokens, you collected them, you got pink diamond Bob Pettit. I think that's something that you've been preaching, especially with budget ballers. You're not just going after the highest gem class card, you're actually going after players that can bring value to your team that are probably easier to obtain when you start thinking that way.
I've got 4 pink diamonds on my team. I mean, that's really good, and anybody can do that. It's just a matter of putting that time in. So that's one of my favorite things is the grind is rewarded this year, and I hope that happens next year too.
I like what I saw with the rewards where you had to collect the current players first before you got the historic diamond player. And I think we should look at the MyTEAM blacktop board. That's maybe something that we could talk about in the future where I've seen people chasing after that pink diamond Isaiah Thomas all year and still haven't gotten him. And they've played almost 1,000, 2,000 games. And it's just the luck of the draw on that. Maybe that changes in the future.
One of the problems I had was the way that Throwback Thursday was released this year. If I'm a Spurs fan, which I might or might not be, it's March and I don't have the Spurs yet. Can you guys release content in a way that if I'm a Spurs fan, it's March, I want to be able to have the content in November. I want to have it early. I want to have it when I want to play the game and not have to wait until March. Can that be something that can be addressed and looked at?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think one of the challenges is that you have what we like to call the curve, right? When you first start off MyTEAM mode, you don't want to start giving people pink diamonds because then it kind of devalues some of these cards. And I think the producers have done a really good job this year of starting off at that bronze, silver, gold level and then ramping up the better cards. Like even to date, some of the best cards are now coming out right now in MyTEAM. So the fact that the producers have to sit and think of what is the release strategy is a really tough challenge. I mean, it's something I don't personally envy because it's a very difficult thing and a lot of people have different opinions. But I definitely hear you on that, and I think that's something that we've talked about with the producers quite a bit this year. Bud, what about you? What is some of the things that you have heard echoed throughout the community that you want to see changed or the community wants to see changed the most?
More cards in the future that go out throughout the year. Moments cards, great idea. We love it. We wish there were more ways to gain other types of cards through grinding as well, more challenges and things like that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. What are you seeing out there in the community, Robbie?
Yeah, more. There's a lot to do online, but I think maybe some offline challenges and things would be really cool too. I want to be able to take whatever team I have and not only use that team online, but be able to use it in challenges. And the more that I can do with my players, the better.
I really like the dynamic duos that was brought in this game. Sometimes you don't have the best cards in the game and you need to go out there and be able to compete right away. So put two guys out there together.
I think they're one of the best things in the game this year. That was another huge positive was, I can put together, I don't know, Andre Drummond and Dennis Rodman and have an ultimate rebounding team and defensive just lockdown. But they might not be great apart, but if you put them together, they can compete with anybody. I think that's great.
Well, something that's really cool about dynamic duos that I can share on the show today is they will be returning in NBA 2K18. In fact, if you pre-order the Legend Edition Gold version of the game, you will actually get a Shaq MyTEAM card plus a team member that we haven't announced yet. You'll get his card, and when you pair them, it will actually bring Shaq's card up another gem level. So right off the bat, if you get that Legend Edition Gold, as a MyTEAM fan, you get a ton of value off that dynamic duo. I can't tell you which one of Shaq's teammates it is, but I can tell you that they're a dynamic duo.
So it's one of Shaq's teammates.
I've said too much.
James Harden is without a doubt one of the best shooting guards in the league. So when we decided to do an episode to teach you guys how to be the best shooting guard in 2K, who better to ask to show us Harden's moves than the professor? All right, guys, we are back with Grayson the Professor, and this week, since we are breaking down shooting guards, who better to emulate their moves than James Harden?
Totally.
So I have a couple moves today, and if you wouldn't mind helping us break them down and teach our viewers.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's check out the first move. It's one that I know you've done in the past, and James does it really well.
Yeah, it's almost become universal with the game. Even a lot of the kids know it, but it actually came from Sham God originally, and people in America know it as the Sham God.
And James has a little bit of a variation to it. He snatches it back through his legs.
Right, afterwards pulls it back between legs.
And the next one seems pretty simple from the looks of it, but James definitely has a different variation to this combination move.
Right, it reminds me a lot of the Allen Iverson crossover, which is one of the first moves I actually learned and started falling in love with shaking people because it was so effective.
So you ready to try him?
Let's do it. So with his Sham God, he actually starts the ball in the right hand and then pulls it back with his left hand and then brings it backwards between the legs here. So if you were to go half speed, it'd be here, tack, boom, pull it back, and then we're here.
Do you have any tips on the initial throw out of the ball?
Definitely. Some people do it overhand, some people do it underhand. The way it was actually demoed, James did it, he did it the traditional way, which is underhand. And I think the reason you do kind of like an underhand throw out is because you can get the ball kind of ahead of you, forcing the defense to respect that the ball is going out in front of them, insinuating the rest of your body will too. Coming down here. On you.
My turn. All right, so now let's go over the crossover sequence.
He comes up, starting with the ball in his left hand, switches it to his right hand, crosses over. Then he goes between the legs, and this is where he gives sort of a leaning crossover. He leans all the way in, and then pulls it for a long stride into the jumper. Full speed.
Nice.
Get there.
There we go. Thank you once again.
Thanks for having me.
Do you want to know how to become the best shooting guard in NBA 2K? Well, we asked 2K Pro-Am champion shooting guard Swizurk how he does it.
Everybody wants to know, you guys are the world champions, what kind of archetype did you choose as your shooting guard?
I chose a sharpshooter as my shooting guard. It was just the perfect fit. It was the first guy I made, never changed it.
Walk me through your role in your guys' offense.
My role is basically I just sat at the wing and the limitless range area, kind of like at the hash mark. I would stand there basically the whole possession or I'd cut. It's pretty rare if I ever move to the corner or if I wrapped around because when you do that, it kind of just like gets in your point guard's way.
So your guys' offense is more predicated on just just flat spacing and let your guys go to work as opposed to you coming off of screens.
Yeah, we never really did come off screens or anything.
So I always like to hear from two guards on what they think is a good look as opposed to like a bad look or a defended look. What is it for you that makes it a good shot versus a bad shot?
For a good look for me, it just has to be a little bit of space, honestly. If I get the space, I'm pulling.
Oh, you got in-gym range.
With no regret. Like,
yeah.
I'm not really hesitant to shoot. It's what I like to do, so I'm pulling if it's open, I'm pulling it.
And for you, this year, a lot of that was getting kickouts from dimes or,
Like offensive rebounds is when those are the best because everyone's crashing and your guy gets an offensive rebound and you're wide open every time.
So without thinking, just answering, who's the best player on Still Trill?
Dimes.
Dimes.
I'd have to go with Dimes, yeah.
Swizurk, thank you so much for joining us. You just heard from the best sharpshooter in the world champion, Still Trill member, Swizurk.
All right, guys, now it's time for your top play of the year playoff.
What up, 2K fans? Shakedown 2012 here. All season long, you have voted for your favorite plays. We have 6 top play of the month winners, and in the next 3 weeks, you will choose the 2K TV WOW top play of the year. Here are the first 3 nominees. Good luck. 2-time play of the month winner, Rick Zeus, winning the game in style with the quadruple alley-oop. Their opponents still haven't returned to sunset. Next up is King BTB, pokes the ball loose, dives on it, chucks the half-court alley-oop, the best putback assist of the season. Finally, it's King Exposem. His teammate throws the full court heave off the top of the backboard to the putback slam. We've never seen anything like this before or since. It's time for you to vote. Who are you sending to the top play of the year finals? This is Shakedown 2012. Come back next week to choose the other 2K TV WOW top play of the year finalist.
I'm going to have you guys play a game of head-to-head in MyTEAM. And here's the deal. The winner gets to come up with a question for you guys at home on 2K TV Interactive. And if you get the answer right, you know what you get? A free agent James Harden card. So I think everybody has that opportunity to get that card. I think that's a fair chance. But now the question is, who do you guys have? Two Brothers Gaming or Bud? Let's find out.
My lineup has 8 Hall of Fame badges on this Diamond Isaiah Thomas. This card is special. I have Historic Collection, Mitch Richmond, 97 overall. Dynamic duo of Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. And also at my power forward position, I have Chris Bosh, Diamond Historic version, Toronto Raptors.
All right, Robbie, he has his lineup pretty much set in stone, knows the badges, knows the dynamic duos. How are you countering?
So we got Sleepy Floyd at the point guard. Now, he's a really good budget player. Everybody knows about that Diamond T-Mac. That's one of the best shooting guards in the game. Top that off with a little Kevin Durant. And then you need a couple guys to go chase down the rebounds, right? Andre Drummond and Dennis Rodman, dynamic duo.
Load up and let's go.
Tip-off goes to Orlando.
Up top, already shooting that 3 with IT.
Bang, bang.
And that one's good. Towns the screen. Here's Thomas.
Ooh, nice step back jumper. That's up and that's money green, 7-7 all.
Okay.
Robbie needs to respond here.
Here's Hardaway.
Oh, let's go.
Good block. It was fun while it lasted, Robbie. I think Isaiah needs to take over in a second.
You can have him.
It's Thomas outside.
But this Isaiah card is a problem.
Thomas, it's a wide open look.
He's going to shoot that.
I'll let him have it all day. I think Isaiah Thomas is overrated.
Drummond kicks to Durant. Fires from the
Good shot.
Thomas.
Floater.
Good.
Got him. Got him.
There's Thomas. Plenty of space.
Release. This man is nasty.
You kidding me?
So here comes Isaiah, and he is just absolutely
dancing all over.
Putting on a clinic here as Bud pulls up for another mid-range J.
Floats one.
Ooh, what a pass, Isaiah.
To Richmond. 5 to shoot.
And one for Isaiah Thomas.
This is ridiculous, man.
I'm an Isaiah fan.
And Thomas, here we go.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna wait on you, Robbie. I want you to get here for this defense, for Isaiah.
So here comes Isaiah. Oh, a step back. Uh-oh. He's dancing. He's going out. And one. 16. Oh.
Let's take a look at this, man. I don't think this is realistic at all.
Yeah, I don't either. He didn't drop 50 on you.
I might have to get that Isaiah Thomas card.
So there it is. 83 to 67. Bud walks away with this win. Do you have anything to say to Mr. Budget Baller's Two Brothers Gaming?
Glad I got this win because I was going to be embarrassed to lose on 2K TV.
That was terrible. You know that was terrible, Bud.
I just beat Robbie, and now I have an interactive question for you guys for a free agent, James Harden. Who was the person Chris Webber was traded for on draft night?
That's all for this week, guys. Thank you for watching, and make sure that you tune in next week because we will be covering power forwards and also taking some of your most impressive moves in 2K and turning them into the 2K TV Skills Challenge. Guess we'll see how I do. I'll see you next time.